Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. I think that's right. Yep. Um, yep, it's been a few months and since I've really colored anything, there's just been a lot going on in life and I just needed a break. I've been kind of burnt out, honestly, on just work and everything, and even hobbies weren't appealing enough, so I kind of took a break from everything for a couple months. And in the meantime, however, I did pick up a few books and I got a Happy Mail gift that I wanted to share. And so I figured we'd go through these today. I am in the process of trying to reorganize my coloring space, and I'm feeling like today I might actually color something. It may just be a color by number, but I may actually color something today. So I realized I missed a book. So I'm probably going to put this in the very beginning. But if you want to look at this or any of the other books, there will be chapters. But I'm going to stick this one in the very beginning because it's not in the original stack of books that I'm showing. So this is A Magical World by Deborah Muller. This is also a new release. This reminds me a lot of her, I actually have her book in with the watercolor paper Menagerie. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that style. So that was one of the reasons I was drawn to it. I love this. I always think, when pigs fly and, well, there you go. That's what happens. Excuse me. I love all of Deborah Muller's styles in her books, but I have a number of her books that have, you know, n- not just people, but animals and other stuff. But a lot of them are uh, girls or people in the images in a certain way. And this one's different in that it's just got a lot of different things in each image. And the layout and design of the images is also different. It's one of the reasons I found this really appealing. I'm going to have to figure out something though. I just did another purge on my bookshelf of books and I only have so much room and I'm trying to find a way to be supportive of my favorite artists, but also realizing that it's hard to have. I definitely can't get every single one of her books. Um, I just don't have the room for it. And I don't like getting the digital versions because they will just sit there in a black hole in my computer, and because I'm not visually seeing them, I don't even remember they're there. Um, but I think in the coming months, I'm going to have to try to find a way to either slow down purchases or um, put books on lists just simply because it's not that I don't like the art and it's not that I don't want to purchase the books and be supportive. It's just that I just can't keep up. I can only that I have more now than I can reasonably color for the rest of my life. I'm also thinking I'm going to adopt a book in, book out policy. I've tried that before and not been very successful, so I'm really hoping I can make it stick this time from here on out. I did a big purge right as I was getting these books, so there, there's an equivalency there of. So there is a magical world. So I believe all four of these are new releases. And then this is the Happy Meal. So we're going to show that first. If you only want to see certain books, you can, I should have this split into chapters, so you can go to the books that you're most interested in. So I'm not going to share who sent this because I forgot to ask her if she minded, but I got this as kind of a Happy Meal gift, I think, just because I've been struggling so much lately. And this is by Five Ideas Publishing. I guess that's right. I think. So these are a bit interesting to me because... Oh, no. Okay. I thought for a minute like they were shaded just like they are on that page, but they're not. I guess that's just showing what they'd look like kind of in a grayscale format. Very cute color palette. That reminds me of Cal. We used to have small, little, I remember little shoe boxes, and he was a pretty round, hefty cat. Not quite as round as that one, but, and it was so funny. He loved to lay in boxes that were really too small for him. And, he would blow out the box eventually. That's how BMO looks, when I'm not giving her treats. She's self-trained me to give her treats when she gets up on the desk. And she will stomp across my stuff if I don't give them to her. Now, what I do like about this is that the letters and numbers are easy to read. Though, oh, there are numbers. I don't know why I thought it was all letters, and I was very confused there for a minute, and I was like, how does that work? I do like the letters and numbers are very easy to read. Oh, if BMO could only get a turkey leg or a chicken leg from us. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, a lot of questions there. It is on the carpet, which seems fairly accurate. My only concern is maybe like these really small, tiny areas I either maybe try to use a water-based marker or a fine tip that hopefully doesn't bleed too much on this Amazon paper. Quite a number of images in this book. Yeah, that's BMO. All kinds of toys. And she won't play with any of them. Yeah, and some of these really are, I mean, it says naughty cats. They're definitely, some of them are pretty mean looking. That's cute. Okay, that one's being more cute, I think, necessarily. Emily Clarke coloring books. Yeah, I think it's 5 ideas. I'm not sure. They do not put their name on this, but thank you to the person who sent this to me. I might try to tackle that today. I don't know. Might try to tackle one of these. All right, next up. I do occasionally order something from Coloring Heaven if I like their art, and I really love the art by Paper Panda. I have another book of theirs from, I think it is also a pocket book from Coloring Heaven called Happy Moments. And their art is adorable. I've even gotten some of their digital downloads on their site. And so when I saw they had another Coloring Heaven book out, I wanted to pick that up. Because I don't think they have their own coloring book they've published. Which is a shame. Because the art is so cute. Apologies if I'm a little quiet. It has been a while since I've done a video. I am... Oh, that's so cute with their little tails. It's been a while since I've done a video. I've also, I went to Gen Con this past weekend with my brother. We skipped too many games this year, which we normally go to, and we decided to go to Gen Con to mix things up a little bit. And I got to meet Tammy from Tammy Colors 2. Been friends for a number of years. So cute. A little heart on the tail. And we've been friends online for about 5 years, and so it was really awesome to get to meet her in person and her husband. And so my brother and I hung out with them a lot over the weekend, and it is the largest, I think the largest convention in the US, but also definitely the largest tabletop gaming convention in the US. So they have all kinds of different tabletop games, and bought quite a few of those, some art prints. Just had a lot of fun, more hobby shopping as a hobby. That's so pretty. And I like that these are smaller images. They're not super complex. That's cute. I actually would kind of like to color that one and maybe cut it out and frame it. But no, we had a good time, and I come back. I did a lot of talking those days, and it's a rare quiet week at work. And I'm just trying to keep the kind of I'm not keep the calm and quiet feeling this week. Trying desperately to hold on to it. I love his pudgy little legs. Now here I might have to get creative. Some of these flowers and leaves are a little small. I might have to get creative like gel pens or just colored pencils or something like that. Oh, that was so cute. They're all very cute. I really like Paper Panda's art. Oh gosh. Very cool. Sara Szewczyk? Wigs? Oh boy, I'm not saying that right. Um, who does Spooky the Cat and had Spooky coloring. I have, yeah, the Spooky coloring book has released another book, Adventures of Witch Cat. Of course, have I colored in the other book? Not yet, even though it is adorable. Little Griffin eating a sandwich. Griffin. Griffith. I Delilah the Witch Cat. Oh, it's kind of like a storybook. Oh, I like that. Was the other one like that? I don't think so. I like this. That's cute. You know, I just realized I'd been doing flip throughs in a completely different way prior to this video. I'd started doing flip throughs in a different way. I may pick that up the next video, but I'm not going to be able to restart this video, so we're going to tough through it. I like that picture a lot. And this is really nice, thick paper. I really like the story aspect of this. I like all the different animals in this as well. I tell you what, the way things are lately, like, I wouldn't exactly be shocked if a portal opened up in the middle of my living room. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. Oh, that's so cute. Very cute. I love this. Like I said, I love um, the storyline essence. Little possum. I love the storybook feeling to this as well. It makes me want to try to start, go from start to finish on this. All right, new release, at least the English version of this book from Maria Trolle, Fairytale Worlds. I generally wait for the English versions of these because I like the cream colored paper a little better than I like the white paper that the other versions are printed on. Though this seems to be like a really dark cream color. So cute. Seems like maybe a darker cream color than um, some of her other books. Wait, I really am quiet, aren't I? I don't know if I'm like 100% ready to start doing like a lot of videos or even my normal video schedule, but we might try to shoot for, wow, that is a lot of claws. I realize it's like two paws, but um, what was I going to say? We might try to at least start maybe once a week. Let me get a chance to kind of warm up here. Honestly, like, I feel that this channel is kind of its own separate hobby. Like, I can talk about coloring and have coloring adjacent videos all day long where I show books and talk about this or that, and then end up doing very little coloring. And so this time, like, I want to try to get back into actual coloring before I do videos talking about coloring, if that makes sense. These are really beautifully done illustrations. And I think she's coming out with a new book this year, but like I said, I normally wait. Oh, and back here you have the reference for all the books, all the different fairy tales, so I like that very much. Awesome. And finally, this just came today, which is one of the reasons I was holding off on doing this video. It got a little banged up thanks to, I guess, the U.S. mail service, but the Big Book of Birdens by Sugah, Sweet. He just released this, and I've been waiting on this for a while, so I was super excited that he did. I think it's taken a little while to put it together, but I am glad he decided to go ahead and release it. I like his art because he has these kind of little, it's not necessarily just one image to one page. He has a variety of images, sometimes puts in like poems or quotes or something like that. Makes each page like very visually interesting and different. That one is just squalling or singing, I guess. Singing, squalling. That branch is doing a lot of work with that bird there. I keep thinking his books are really, some of his books that are set up like this are really good for if you want to color a little bit but not a lot at a time. And I like how they're all kind of nested in all the plants there. They're just playing. They look happy. Nothing bad's gonna happen there. I will just accept that. I like those too. This is a bonus page from Too Too Cute. And then other books by Sugah Sweet. Hopefully I'm gonna get to say it right one of these days. Who also has an Etsy store. It has some really incredible images on the Etsy store. I've gotten a couple of them. I probably need to check back, as I'm sure there are more. There's actually a set that is based off A Christmas Carol. I did one picture and I really want to do the others, but I have quite a few of these. I don't know if I've seen this one. I'll have to go look for that. Like a swatch chart in the back. That's kind of cool. Or just a test page. And there we go. So, yeah, like I said, um, feel better than I have the last couple months, but I'm kind of dipping my toe in the hobbies. Well, I need to get back into coloring a little, and then some of my other hobbies as well. I need to try to find some balance, and they just announced in a couple weeks we're going through another reorg at my company. Just what I needed, just when things were starting to calm down a little. But at this point, this week I'm trying my hardest not to let uh, things bug me too much and just try to let some of the things go from the past like 3 or 4 months that have just been real hard. But just quiet, not up to doing a whole lot of videos yet, but like I said, I would like to try to at least maybe do one a week, or one every couple weeks. We'll slowly warm back up in regards to that. I know I kind of missed watercolor summer completely. We still have a month left, but and I'll may try to do some watercolor stuff this month, but I'm going to try to make up for that by I got most of my watercolor supplies organized so we can start doing like coloring supply collections and stuff like that. I can show you a few different watercolor things like in the upcoming months. And so I'm sorry for that. I did it and then I kind of bailed. And then I missed the pages for the Halloween all year long project book that we're doing by Deborah Muller. I didn't color the pages for June, and then I missed putting out any pages for July, but August pages are in my posts tab or on Instagram if you want to continue participating in that. So now I have 4 pages to do this month, which I think's doable. I just gotta get back in the habit is all. But yeah, uh, everything's it's okay right now, I guess. And I did just do probably my last large coloring supply purchase, and that was to get Copic ink refills for my Copic markers. For certain financial reasons, I wanted to go ahead, and that's an investment, and I wanted to go ahead and invest in that. As the upcoming months, I probably will back off on purchasing so much, start adding more books to my list for like Christmas and birthdays, and really coloring supply wise, I'm happy with what I have. I just, if I need replacements, will probably be about the only thing I really purchase from here on out, unless I add them to like lists for Christmas and birthdays and things like that. So I may have a haul in the next month or two, but a lot of it's just going to be cup of refills, so I don't know like how much you want to see of that. But there'll be a few other things that I can share. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I hope everyone's doing well. I've been doing this now for 7 years, and I haven't thrown in the towel, but just this year's been a tough year, and I needed a break. And like I said, it's not just coloring, it's been everything. Video games, crochet. Like, I haven't been doing anything but just binge watching shows and scrolling on my phone. And this weekend was a lot of fun, and it showed me that I need to get out of that phone scrolling habit and back into doing some hobby stuff. So, um, anyway, hope everyone's doing well. And like I said, hopefully I'll be back next week with a video. Thanks, and bye for now.